Whether the minister is agree with me that
You don't need to answer the one on the mayor because the clarification only means to clarify which part of the statement you said.
Yes.
You did not touch on the mayor, you touch on the drainage. So you talk about the contractor.
Not to Amas, because as I has in my reply saying that the first contractor performance was unsatisfactory and the contract was terminated. And as choosing the second contractors, the project is going to be completed by 31st December. And I would like to share with Dr. Ahmad speakers that I think if we are wrong, we should admit we are wrong. Whereas the DAP, if they are wrong, they never admit that they are wrong.
we never commit wrong.
Now, Bukit Assek, on the psychiatric department in Cebu.
Thank you, Trans Speaker, and thank you, Honourable Minister. Now, in your Honourable Minister's answer, you said that there is no clinical psychologist, which means that there will be no properly trained counselling required by these patients, and which means that these patients will be given oral medication, whether it's mild, moderate, or severe cases, and this includes children as well. Now, is the government going to provide clinical psychologists for Cebu, for our people, in order that this issue may be properly addressed without non-invasive methods?
Thank you very much, Ali Yang from Bukit Assek. As the psychiatric services, as you rightly pointed out, it's a teamwork. It is a teamwork of psychiatrists, the medical officer, the nursing staff, and the MA. Clinical psychologist is important, but I must find out from the Ministry of Health whether there are, as I know in Kuching, there is shortage of clinical psychologists. Clinical psychologists, one of the most important things is to do counseling. And in fact, if a properly trained doctors, even though they are not with the best qualification, they can do some counseling. As you know, in Malaysia, sometimes in Malaysia, many of our specialists, related people, medical professions chose to work in private because of salary. And in this aspect, I noticed that many of the DAP, YBs and all those, they chose to work in private hospital instead of serving in the public hospital. But they chose to work in private and criticize the public. If you are sincere about it, go and work in the public hospital.
What is this? A clarification, Mr. Speaker.
The rest, he had made no promises to take.
Would you like to take my
yes. Yes.
Are you Honourable Minister, are you taking from Tanjung Batu?
Yes.
From Tanjung Batu, are you taking?
Yeah.
Okay.
How can you be like that, Speaker?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just want
the
to
mic
ask.
is on.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just want to ask for a clarification.
Before you proceed, the honourable members of the opposition criticize the BN. When the BN criticizes the DAP, it's not out of order, okay? Okay, you proceed.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my clarification to the Honourable Minister is this, that he was talking about appointing of officers from the council to do supervision work, and that their numbers will be published in the newspaper and things like that. And he mentioned about several councils that will carry this out, and among the council, the people will be appointed. He said that the Bintulu Development Authority will be involved in this exercise too, and I want to know whether the ministry will appoint councillors in Bintulu to do this similar kind of work here. Another one is on the needs a clarification on the 5 footwear, whether BDA in the education of the people there, whether were allowed at least 2 feet as requested by the people in Bintulu, as in all other towns, you know, they are allowed 2 feet footwear for people to display their goods. And another one is the regional. This is going to divide the Bintulu, divide Sarawak into different medical zones, so it's easier to take care of the medical issues in Sarawak. And he divided it into northern, central, and southern. and I think he missed out Bintulu. Bintulu region should be included as a region to be able to do the to carry out the medical work. Because if we depend on the Nyalao clinic that he was talking about, it's not even as big as a dormitory of a contractor in the Samaraju area. It's so small, it cannot be used. And yeah, that'll be all. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Ali from Tanjong Batu. BDA, I mean, it's under Chief Minister's Department and it's not set out like a council, even though if we have a local councils. So under the current provision, there is no provisions to appoint councillors. As for the...
but you said you appoint councillors.
That's right. Yeah. The BDA is governed by the BDA ordinance. It took over the council in Bintulu. Therefore, you have to amend the ordinance to appoint the councillors. Yeah, so on the 2-foot pathway now.
For the 2-foot pathway, I will pass a message to the BDA because, as I said, this is, I just answer on behalf of the BDA. As regarding to Bintulu Hospital as a central center for central zones, I am very sure as our population increase and as our manpowers become more efficient, I am very sure not only Bintulu Hospital to be for another central zone, you also want to have a heart center. Thank you.
Are you taking from Pujut?
Yeah, no, of course.
Young Mohammed, Dr. Ahmad speakers, those who raised the question earlier, I took the questions, and I think I have done more than my share.
Okay, yeah.
Now, Mr. Speaker,
we have a short break. Sitting resumes at 11:30 a.m.
In the first sentence, they will wait.
Yeah,
Come
on.
on.
底部啦，得算你没有站就没有吗？啊，你要说咯。
Yeah.
They say you cannot trust BN one.
Never trust BN. Never trust B also.